Seeker, have you ever felt an ancient fire within, a stirring, calling you towards something greater? There exists a path for those who hear this call, a path walked by those who are more than fighters. In the traditions of our ancestors, a warrior is more than muscle and might. A true warrior moves beyond the physical, becoming a protector of spirit, a healer of the soul, a keeper of the sacred. In African wisdom, the spiritual warrior wields powers that transcends the visible world, fighting battles not only in flesh but in realms beyond. They are grounded in rituals that connect them to their ancestors, to the energies that shape the cosmos, and to the mysteries of the unseen. Their courage does not come from physical strength alone. It is born of a deep knowing, a profound alignment with forces older than time itself. As you stand at the threshold, consider these questions. What does it mean to embody the warrior spirit in both body and soul? How does one open their sight to the hidden forces and unseen battles of the spirit world? Can you truly call upon ancestral wisdom, drawing from the strength of those who walked before you? And what does it mean to face not only outward enemies, but also the shadows within? The path of the African spiritual warrior is waiting, but it is not for the faint-hearted. The answers lie ahead, yet they demand courage, curiosity, and a heart willing to see beyond the surface. The call to warrior shamanism. Have you heard the call, Seeker, to step into the ancient path of the African warrior? But know this, the true warrior's strength is not in the physical alone, nor is their knowledge limited to what is seen. The path of the African warrior shaman bridges two worlds, walking in the flesh yet rooted in the unseen realms. Imagine the warrior shaman, a figure who unites physical courage with profound spiritual insight, a bridge between this world and those beyond. The warrior shaman of African tradition is not a fighter in the simple sense, nor are they merely a healer. They are a guardian of hidden knowledge, one who wields both spirit and matter to protect and empower their people. Through trance, ritual, and sacred journeys, they step beyond ordinary reality, accessing realms of ancestral wisdom and divine guidance. Their purpose is to see beyond the surface, diagnose hidden afflictions, and restore balance within the community. Such shamanic figures like the revered Bokonosofo Bisi of the Gorovodu order are healers, diviners, counselors, and protectors against the malevolent forces. They command deep knowledge of herbal medicine, creating remedies for ailments that others might view as incurable. But they do not work solely in the realm of herbs and plants. They commune with the spirits, enter sacred spaces, and call upon ancient powers to heal, protect, and defend. As one of Africa's great warrior shamans, Bisi operates as a spiritual physician and fierce guardian, well versed in the intricacies of both physical and spiritual warfare. His tools are many: ritual objects, sacred plants, chants, and the aid of powerful spiritual beings. As you embark on this path, ask yourself, can you begin to look past the physical and feel the presence of the unseen? Will you dare to confront forces that many fear, trusting that within you lies the power to heal, protect, and defend? Do you recognize that strength, wisdom, and bravery must be balanced with humility and reverence for the sacred? The role of the warrior shaman is one of responsibility and courage, for they must face darkness on behalf of others. Through their journeys into altered states, they gain a deeper understanding of the energies and spirits that shape reality, gaining power not through domination, but through harmony with the forces of nature and spirit. Prepare now to go deeper still, for you are about to confront the concept of astral battles. Introduction of Astral Battles. You've grasped the courage and insight of the African warrior-shaman, a guardian not just of the physical, but of realms far beyond. Now we venture deeper into the hidden spaces where reality thins and the psyche confronts the shadows of existence itself. For the path of the warrior is not simply one of strength. It is a journey into the unseen, where forces reside that challenge the mind, spirit, and soul. These are the astral realms, a vast, vibrating landscape of consciousness where battles are waged not with weapons, but with the will, intention, and mastery of energy. In these realms, the warrior-shaman meets not only the forces of malevolent entities, but the deeply rooted projections of collective fear and ancestral trauma. Curses like concentrated shadows of intent take on palpable forms, seeking attachment through the vulnerabilities within the human psyche. Spirits, some benign, others fierce, navigate these planes with purpose, bound by their own complex histories and energies. And those who wield dark arts, the practitioners of sorcery, bound to intentions of harm, send forth waves of disturbance, embedding their energy in the delicate fabric of the psyche. The warrior-shaman is the soul prepared to stand between these forces and the vulnerable, drawing on the unshakable inner resolve. For such battles are not simply a matter of courage, but of true psychological mastery, of seeing through illusions, facing one's own shadow, and navigating the terrifying unknown with a grounded, centered mind. The astral battles require more than defense. They require the dissolution of one's own illusions and fears, as the warrior-shaman becomes a channel for ancestral power and a protector of spiritual integrity. This intense confrontation is not for the faint-hearted. It demands a level of self-knowledge that dissolves ego and allows pure essence to emerge. It is here, in the astral realms, that the shaman transforms fear into wisdom, aligning with ancestral forces to guard not only themselves but the larger field of consciousness shared with their community. By facing unseen conflicts, they bring healing and harmony, clearing away the forces that drain and distort the soul's potential. Seeker, as you walk the warrior-shaman's path, imagine immersing yourself in soundscapes crafted in spiritual reverence, weaving rhythm and knowledge. You can step deeper into this world through our House of Horus memberships. With the Harmonic Alchemist tier, you'll experience exclusive soundtracks accompanying our videos on African spirituality, cosmology, and metaphysics. Videos such as this one, each crafted to enhance your connection to these profound teachings. For those ready to go further, the Mystic Guardian tier invites you into Afri-cosmic law, where you become a steward of ancient wisdom that reveals the mysteries of the cosmos as understood in African traditions. This journey is more than listening and reading. It's a way to connect to a living legacy, carrying ancestral knowledge forward to inspire and empower. Join us today and walk alongside us in preserving the unseen, the forgotten, and the sacred with House of Horus memberships. The path awaits you. Now prepare yourself to delve into an even deeper mystery, the invocation of warrior deities. Observer to participant, invoking warrior deities. Now, we reach a transformative moment where the knowledge you have gathered calls you from passive understanding to active embodiment. You are invited to connect with the powerful archetypes of warrior deities, beings who represent the highest ideals of courage, justice, and transformation. In African spiritual traditions, these deities are not distant mythological figures. They are forces alive in the world and within the self. Their essence accessible to those who seek alignment with their virtues. Consider Ogun, the Yoruba deity of iron, war, and labor. Ogun's strength is not merely physical, It's the relentless drive to cut through obstacles and reveal truth. He represents resilience and clarity, a form that empowers warriors to dismantle inner and outer barriers alike. By invoking Ogun, the warrior-shaman taps into a fierce clarity that clears away confusion, aligning the heart with purpose. This is a call to cultivate Ogun's spirit within oneself, drawing on his energy not to dominate, but to transform both one's inner landscape and the world around them. And then there is Neith, the ancient Kemetic goddess of war and weaving, embodying both the power to destroy and the wisdom to create. Neith's presence reminds the warrior that true strength comes from balance. Destruction must be followed by creation, and wisdom tempers the might of arms. She is both protector and strategist, uniting cosmic order with earthly resilience. Invoking Neith is to invite harmony between opposing forces, nurturing the sacred thread that binds courage with responsibility. As you connect with these energies, you begin to perceive that warrior deities are not beings to be worshipped from afar, but forces to be integrated within. They offer access to a higher state of consciousness, one where courage merges with compassion and the power to transform oneself emerges as a call to uplift the greater whole. By internalizing their values, you step into the path of a spiritual warrior, one who fights not merely for victory but for the harmony and justice of all. This marks your journey from observer to initiate, from one who seeks knowledge to one who wields it with purpose. Prepare yourself to face an even deeper test, the challenges of spiritual warfare. Challenges of spiritual warfare. With the mantle of the spiritual warrior now upon you, the journey intensifies. The warrior's path isn't paved in easy victories, but in battles that test every aspect of one's being. As you become immersed in the spiritual mindset, the reality of spiritual warfare begins to reveal itself. An unforgiving realm where the conflict is subtle yet relentless, demanding not just courage but resilience that runs to the very core of one's spirit. True spiritual warfare exists not only in facing external forces, but in grappling with the hidden corners of one's psyche. Those places where external threats can stir unresolved pain, fear, or anger. Dark forces in the astral realms are drawn to such vulnerabilities, amplifying insecurities and weaving illusions designed to fragment the spirit. Here, the warrior must employ every tool available to fortify their mind and soul. Protective rituals steeped in ancestral wisdom serve as shields, while talismans imbued with intention act as anchors that hold the warrior's spirit steady against the storm. Yet the battle goes beyond rituals and charms. It is an unyielding psychological and metaphysical test that demands the ability to look into the darkness without flinching. In this realm, the spiritual warrior practices self-mastery, cultivating the discipline to resist external influences and the enticements of power, pride, and illusions within. To persevere, they must wield a mindset that transforms fear into understanding, turning weakness into an entryway to inner strength. Such a journey can feel overwhelming, facing forces that seem boundless in their reach and unfathomable in their depth. But this is also where the greatest growth occurs. By embracing the struggle, the warrior not only survives but transcends, developing an inner clarity that shines through any darkness. Spiritual warfare is a crucible forging resilience through fire, pushing the seeker to uncover an unbearable self, one that radiates with the courage, wisdom, and balance of the warrior deities themselves. Metaphysics of conflict and inner battle. You have journeyed far, seeker. Now the path takes you into the heart of conflict. not as it appears in the world outside, but within the uncharted depths of your own spirit. For true mastery in the way of the African spiritual warrior is not found through conquest alone, but through the alchemy of self-transformation. Here, you are called to face the intangible forces that dwell within, the fears, ego, doubts, and illusions that have woven themselves into the fabric of your soul. Imagine, if you will, that each conflict faced in the outer world reflects a shadow within. The warrior understands that the greatest battles lie not against others, but against the attachments and limitations that bind the self. The African metaphysical tradition reveals that through the process of spiritual conflict, one does not merely overcome adversaries, one dissolves the false layers of self that reveal an essence that is whole, unified, and indestructible. In this inner battle, you are no longer resisting or defending. Instead, you are integrating, transmuting fear into wisdom, and dissolving pride into humility. You encounter your shadow as a teacher, showing you the parts of yourself that must be seen, understood, and ultimately embraced. As the warrior's ego dissolves, the line between self and other vanishes, and a deep peace emerges, one that is not dependent on external conditions. Here lies the revelation. The African warrior's journey is an alchemical path of unity and self-overcoming, where inner peace becomes a radiant armor and harmony replaces struggle. Ask yourself, seeker, can you release the need to win and instead seek to understand? What might you discover if you allow your fears to speak and listen to the truth they hold? In mastering the self, could you find the very freedom and unity you have been searching for? Now, with this understanding, you are prepared to transcend the dualities of conflict and to embrace the power of true, unbreakable peace. Conclusion: the spiritual warrior in mindset. And so, the journey brings you here, to the final understanding. As a spiritual warrior, you stand now at a new threshold, no longer bound by the dichotomy of battle and peace, self and other. You are both the initiate and the warrior, embodying a mindset that is grounded in resilience, yet infused with compassion and wisdom. To walk this path of the African spiritual warrior is to see beyond victory or defeat, to embrace the eternal flow of energies that shape life itself. You recognize now that each challenge, each confrontation, whether in the physical world or the spiritual, has only prepared you for the deeper journey of aligning with your essence and living from a place of truth and integrity. As you step forward, consider what it means to carry this mindset into the world. The African spiritual warrior is not simply a fighter, but a guardian of harmony, a beacon of courage, and a vessel of ancestral strength. With each step, you bring forth the wisdom of those who came before, standing rooted in the strength of your heritage, prepared for any challenge with grace and insight. Your initiation is complete. You have embraced the mindset of a spiritual warrior, equipped now with an unshakable inner peace, a heart of resilience, and a profound connection to your spiritual lineage. Carry this wisdom with you, seeker, and face life's trials as one who walks with both courage and compassion, with the strength of your ancestors and the harmony of cosmos within. Thank you for joining me. Join me again next time. This is the House of Horus, signing out.